Hello everyone. So in the last video of the 10th class, we were discussing about the chromosomes, the structure of chromosome and DNA. So now in this video we are going to continue with that chapter, the chromosome, structure of chromosome, cell cycle and cell division. And in this video we will discuss about the need for the cells, new cells, as well as the cell division cycles and the other things. So let us begin. Firstly, we are going to discuss the need for the new cells. Now what is the need of the new cells? There are the many needs in our body, but we will mainly discuss about these four. First, for growth, for replacement, for repair and for reproduction. Now what do you mean by growth? For our growth, for the human body's growth, firstly you know that we are born with the baby and the height of the baby is very short. Afterward, with the years, the baby starts growing, the height grows, as well as the physical changes are there, mentally, even other changes are taking place in the human baby. How it is happening? With the growth of the new cells. The new cells starts division, means they undergo division, and due to that division the growth of a human baby takes place. Second thing is that for replacement, you know that whenever we are getting any injury on our body part, that injury is cured after some time. With the time being, that injury is cured. How it is cured? Due to the replacement of that cells that are broken, that cells are replaced with the new cells, and with that replacement that injury is cured. Next thing, for the repair, as well as for the worn out tissues when you are doing the exercise, the triceps and even for the biceps, in that muscles the number of tissues, number of cells are daily breaking down, and afterward the new cells are forming there, the new cells are taking their place. So that is for the repairing process also. So the new cells are forming for the repair of the worn out tissues and worn out cells. Next, for the reproduction process. So this is very important. New cells are responsible for the reproduction process. How it is responsible for the reproduction process? As I told you that if we talk about the chromosomes, in the single nucleus the chromosomes are present. If we talk about the man, in a man 46 chromosomes are present. That is written as 23N. 23N means 23 pairs, means 46. In a woman also same number is present, 46 chromosomes are present, 23 pair. What is happening in the sex cell? If you talk about the sex cells, the chromosomes are coming from half number from each parent. How it is coming from half in number from each parent? 23 chromosomes are coming from man and 23 from a woman, and afterward they are joining and they are giving the formation of sperms and eggs. Sperms in the male and eggs in the female ova. Okay, and that formation, when this formation takes place, afterward in the reproduction process, these chromosomes are combined with each other and they are giving the formation of again 23 pair, means the birth of a new baby. Okay, the chromosomes in the fertilized egg of a woman, the total 46 chromosomes are present, and these chromosomes are coming from 23 from each parent. So by this way the new cells are responsible for the reproduction process also. So hope you understood for the growth, for the replacement, for the repair and for the reproduction how the new cells are helpful. Next we are going to discuss the cell cycle, divide, grow and regrow. Now what do you mean by cell cycle? These cells are undergo the cell division, and during this cell division they are growing and regrowing again, and this cell cycle having 3 phases. So cell cycle we are going to discuss. This is having 3 stages. First is known as G1, means first growth phase. So first growth phase. Second one is the synthesis phase. Synthesis, it is represented with S. Synthesis phase with S. And the third one is the G2 stage, means second growth phase. Second growth phase. Growth phase. Now what do you mean by these 3 phases? First G1, first growth phase, synthesis phase, and the third one is the G2 phase, second growth phase. Firstly, if we talk about the G1 phase, what is happening? It is also known as the interphase or resting phase. What is the name? Resting phase or interphase. Now in this phase, what is happening? In the first growth phase, the RNA and the proteins are present in the nucleus. These RNA and proteins starts synthesis, means they are starts separating from each other. Their synthesis takes place, and during this synthesis, this cell is undergo for the cell division, means a cell is preparing itself for the cell division process. Now, when these RNA and proteins start synthesizing with each other, what is happening? They are preparing itself for the next phase, for the synthesis phase. And not all cells, not all proteins are going, cells are going for the synthesis phase. Few cells of this after G1 phase are going to the resting phase again, means they are not going undergo the cell division, and few cells are going the synthesis phase. So next one, synthesis phase. In the synthesis phase, the splitting of the cells takes place, means cell undergo the cell division, and afterward in the last phase, G2 phase is known as. In the G2 phase start because the synthesis phase cell division also already taken place. So in the G2 phase, that cell again go in the interphase, means in the first growth phase, and afterward what is happening, that cell is starting from the first stage, and afterward it goes to the maturity, and after maturity again this cell cycle takes place, means it is repeating itself. In the G1 phase also one thing more is there. Some are going to the resting phase, as I told you. Resting phase, now what do you mean by resting phase? It is also known as interphase. In the interphase, the chromatin material is present in itself, means that are present in thread-like structures. There is no change in the chromosomes. They are not condensed, they are not forming the chromosomes, they are on their resting phase, and after maturity only they are showing the synthesis phase, and afterward they are going for the G2 phase, growth 2 phase, and afterward again a new cell forms, and again this cell cycle repeat itself. So by this way the cell cycle takes place in the human body, and by that way the cell is dividing and again regrowing. Next thing we are going to discuss that how the DNA splitting, means the formation of new DNA. So we will discuss about the formation of new DNA. As you know that the DNA having two strands, these strands, okay. Afterward what is happening, when this DNA starts undergo the cell division, the strand of each DNA starts separating from each other, okay. So this is the one strand of DNA, this starts separation, shows the separation from this DNA, and afterward it is forming the new DNA. From this DNA, see from here, this DNA, the two strands start separating from each other, and with this separation they are start forming the other strand with the help of a new material, and by this way this DNA is splitting into the other two DNAs and giving the formation of a new DNA. So by this way splitting takes place, only the strands of a DNA start splitting, and afterward they are forming the two DNAs. From one DNA the formation of two DNAs takes place. So next one we are going to discuss about the cell division. Cell division, how the cell division takes place, what are the phases, we will discuss in detail now. Now there are two types of cell division. How many types? Two types cell division. First is meiosis and the second thing is mitosis. So there are two types of cell division, meiosis and mitosis. Now what is the difference between these two? In the meiosis cell division, the formation of diploid cells takes place. Diploid means 2n. Meiosis cell division takes place in the human cells, means in the for the growth of the humans, okay, and mitosis cell division takes place in the sex cells. Sex cells means if we talk about the males, that is taken place in the sperms, and if we talk about the women, that is takes place in the egg of a woman, means they are giving the formation of ova. So this is the responsible for the sex cell division, and this is responsible for the normal division of a cell. And if we talk about the mitosis, in the mitosis haploid cell formation takes place. Now what do you mean by haploid and what do you mean by diploid? Diploid means the 2n formation, means total 46 chromosomes are forming, and that is taken place in the human body for the growth, okay. Normal from the baby, in the baby the number of chromosomes are lesser, afterward the cell is going to the the number of cells are lesser, and afterward the cells goes cell division, and after that cell division that cells are multiplying and giving the formation of new. So that cell division is diploid meiosis. And afterward if we talk about the mitosis takes place in the sex cells only, in the sperms and in the eggs of a woman. And this is haploid because n in number, 23 chromosomes are coming from each parent, so that's why we are calling it haploid. Next thing we will discuss about the mitosis phases. Mitosis cell division phases. Mitosis cell division. Okay. Mitosis having 4 phases for the cell division. First is known as the prophase. Second phase is known as the metaphase. Third, anaphase, and the fourth one is telophase. So this process having the 4 phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and the telophase. Next thing is more there. This division having the 2 type of processes. First is known as the chirokinesis, and the second one is known as the cytokinesis. Now what do you mean by chirokinesis and cytokinesis? In the chirokinesis, the division of nucleus takes place. The division of nucleus takes place. Nucleus divide into 2 nucleus. One nucleus is dividing into 2 nucleus, and cytokinesis, in that one this cytoplasm totally separates from each other, and the formation of 2 cells takes place. From a one cell to a new cells are forming. So here is the division of cytoplasm. So understood that there are the 2 processes. First is chirokinesis and second one is cytokinesis. In the chirokinesis, division of nucleus takes place, and in the cytokinesis, division of cytoplasm takes place. After this process, the one single cell is dividing into the two new cells, and this cell division having the 4 phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. One more phase is there, interphase. That why we are not considering it in this part of the cell division, because in the interphase division the whole cell is on its resting place only. The chromatin material or chromatin fiber are present on its resting place, and afterward when it is coming to the prophase, they start condensing to each other and they are giving the formation of the chromosome. So this was my topic. Hope you understood. Thank you very much.